Welcome to the Dozen Trivia Competition presented by High Noon and the 9th edition of the Chicago Beef Rivalry between the experts, PFT, Brandon Walker and Fran, and Team Chicago, Carl, Chief, and White Sox Dave. These two teams have not faced off since February and both got bounced in the Dozen Trivia Tournament in heartbreaking fashion. Chicago has dropped 7 out of their last 10 matches, while Brandon Walker is back for a vengeance, trying to reclaim the league he claims to be his own. It's the experts and Chicago, and it all starts right now. Welcome. It's the Dozen, match 2 of season 2, match 119 overall, the 9th edition of this rivalry, the Chicago Beef, the first since February of 2021, the first with Fran involved, the first time the experts have had 3 members going up against Chicago. Yep. You guys only played twice in the last year, basically. You guys, Chicago, you beat them in October of 2020, and you didn't play again until February, and you haven't played since. White Sox Dave, we'll get to you here in a second. Brandon, I feel like I have to allow you to speak as you make your debut in this season following your second round exit to the defending champion Big Screamin' Honkers in the tournament.
Okay, thank you, Jeff, for allowing us to speak. And I do want to thank you for having us on the second episode of season 2, even though we were the goddamn workhorses that helped you build this fucking show last year. And we were on 85 fucking times, but thank you for having us back in the second fucking episode behind those fucking dipshits.
Ditto.
All right. Okay, you got that off your chest. White Sox Dave, you have been made the head of the Players Association for the Dozen, and Brandon didn't know until I think yesterday.
I'm finding out right now.
That's a real job.
Voting for that.
PFT made him the president.
Jeff, okay, first of all, why is he able to appoint somebody?
Number one, it's the Association of the Dozen Trivia Association Players Association rep.
The AGT.
Yes, thank you, Dave. See, look, Dave's all over his P's and Q's. He knows the initials. Jeff doesn't. Dave is the voice of the voiceless in the Dozen Trivia Competition Players Association. And I think basically I knew that Dave would just make your life a living hell, Jeff Lowe. And so that's why I thought that Dave was going to be the best choice for the job, the best man for the job.
He already tried to boot me out of the Team Chicago group chat the other day, and I immediately texted him and just ripped into him, and 2 seconds later I was added back.
There you go.
I laughed out loud when that happened because Dave was just not computing what Jeff was saying. He's like, I don't have time for this right now.
I knew exactly what I was doing. I wanted a little, I guess, spoiler. I wanted sublime lyrics as my niche category.
That's not even what you did. You just kept saying 2005 Chicago White Sox. I was like,
oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. So you pick either one of them.
I love it. Dave's playing 14-dimensional chess.
The amount of times I've fantasized about hitting that button and then to see Jeff do it, it was beautiful.
Yeah, you guys did lose your match against Team Smockin. Dave, you did make my life hell for a few days following that loss on Twitter.
Hoax and bamboozled and swindled.
Yeah, it's a classic setup, Jeff.
Go off.
At least Carl waited a few months. Jesus, Dave. You were it's 2 minutes after it aired.
We didn't get baseball. They got movies, college basketball, and whatever else. You might as well just handed the game to them. We might as well not even play. And I'm still bitter about that. And as the head of the ADT APA, I will not let that happen again.
Got it.
At the negotiating table, Dave, you can't use Google. You cheating son of a bitch.
My hands are right fucking here. Here, I'll move my computer. Now I'm putting my fucking mic.
First off, let's get to our sponsor.
Yes.
The Dozen Trivia Competition, just like the tournament back in May, presented by the delicious tasting High Noon Hard Seltzer, made with real vodka, real juice, sparkling water, and only 100 calories. Again, made with real vodka.
Not like malt, like those other hard seltzers. You don't want any of that. You want High Noon hard seltzer. My favorite flavors, by the way, black cherry and passion fruit, if you're wondering. They just released their new limited edition tropical 8-pack as well to help you cool off summer here. The warm weather that has mango, has that passion fruit flavor, their newer flavors, as well as some fan-favorite flavors, watermelon and pineapple. You can get High Noon at your local liquor store, wherever you buy hard seltzers and liquor. And make sure to tag @Nooners on social, whether it's Twitter or Instagram. Tag @Nooners. Let them know you're drinking High Noon while you watch The Dozen or where you're on the beach or whatever you're doing this summer to cool off. High Noon is what you need. Real vodka, real juice, 100 calories. Absolutely delicious. Thank you once again to High Noon for sponsoring the Dozen Trivia Tournament and now the Dozen Trivia Competition Season 2 opening match.
New rules. We'll go over the niche round when round 6 arrives. This year, beginning in August, we'll be racing for the crown. The team with the crown will allowed to be. You can be challenged if you have the crown by teams ranked 2 through 6. You can only have so many title matches. We'll be deciding who gets a title match. But basically, we need something to look forward to, and not just the tournament all year. So the crown will be rewarded in February. After that, we'll have a race to the tournament again in May. So keep an eye out for the unveiling of the crown come August. But for now, this month, we're bringing back all the teams from the tournament. They're going to showcase what they got for Season 2. You'll get all that if you're confused as the season progresses. However, I will note there will be live in-person matches of the Dozen, and one of the 3 cities will be Chicago.
Ooh. Okay.
Can confirm.
Nice.
What is
And
that,
we will
Brand?
be participating in that, right?
You have, yes, you will, of course.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you're not going to bring the show to Chicago and then, like, here's Frank in the Frank Jets and big screaming hawkers. Like, you're going to
See him doing that, Carl. Good point.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that because it's their place, Brandon. Relax, Brandon. Brandon, take a big Season 2 deep breath for Brandon Walker.
I am fantastic. I've been sitting for 2 weeks. This is the most relaxed you'll ever see me.
We're doing great. Brandon and I were talking in the lobby before the show started. It's like training camp's over. We're looking forward to hitting somebody else. We're sick of going at each other, so bring it on, Lo.
We're ready.
All right. Well, let's do it. Chicago Beef 9th. The 9th time these two teams have played each other the most all time, I do believe. I think that's obvious. Experts, you're up first every round. Chicago, you're up second every round. Clean slate. You saw your records before in the intro. You're now 0-0. Also, overtime losses are now a thing as well, we decided, because it's worth the getting overtime. So 0-0, folks. Here we go. First category of your Season 2 will be the NBA. And a reminder, you have the double up, call a friend, and the double sip. And remember, niche round is automatically doubled, so you need to use your double up in a round that is not the niche round. So keep that in mind. NBA, here we go. Anyone want to do anything or no?
No.
I think we're good.
35 seconds to answer a question. 30 seconds on the clock, then 5 seconds to get in your final answer. Here it is. First question. Larry Hughes started for one team in the NBA Finals during his career. What team was it?
Would that be the Cavs? Was he on any of those Cavs teams? I know he was on the Wizards. They never made the finals.
The answer is one of 2 teams. I will not say the other team. I feel like the answer is the Cavs. That seems quite obvious. So I think it might be the other team. But
you have 5.
We're going to go with the Cavs, Jeff. That's going to be our final answer.
That is correct. The Cleveland Cavaliers in 2007, 1-0. Other side, NBA.
Good job, PFT.
Very similar question.
Good job cheering me on, Brandon.
Slavo Cephalosha. I didn't lisp. That's crazy. Started for one team in the NBA Finals during his career. What team was it?
Oklahoma City Thunder, right?
Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Lock it in, Chief?
Lock it in.
That is correct. 1-1. Easy one. They didn't even hesitate on that.
One of my all-time favorite bowls, Tabo.
Yeah.
How long did he play for him? Like a year?
Actually, don't know. But I
He
just
played
know
like a couple of years because he was the LeBron. He was supposed to shut down LeBron on the printer. He didn't do it.
Right. Jeff, I just want to say it sounds awesome when you say "lock it in, Chief."
I'll make sure to say that more.
It's Top Gun 2.
Yeah, here we go. Category 2, celebrity mashup as always. Double? Yes, no?
No.
No,
Here we go.
we're not there yet.
30 seconds on the clock. And I'll make it bigger. Name
All
the
right,
two
so-
celebrities.
Okay,
We got it, right?
yeah, it's Rosie O'Donnell and Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
Yep. Easy.
Yeah. Al Pacino, Rosie
Lock
O'Donnell.
it in.
Brandon and PFT, the race to get the answer in first already has begun. That is correct. 2-1.
Easier.
That's a handsome devil there, that Al Pacino, Rosie O'Donnell.
Jesus. All right.
Who
Other
got Ricky
side.
Gervais?
Quite a
Here we
combo.
How many
Other side.
beers?
By the way, the scorekeeper has said PFT has gotten both points so far for the experts.
I mean, it's just
For the
that's not
scorekeeper.
controversial. That was
Scorekeeper
it's
can
just
suck my
fact.
fucking
Here we
dick.
go. 30 seconds on the clock. Name these two celebrities.
Is that Marlon Wayans or one of the Wayans brothers?
I think that's Eric Andre, the comedian.
Okay. Who's
I
Who's
don't
the
know,
woman?
it could be. I don't know. Who's the chick?
50.
I have no idea.
Fuck me. Oh. Who's the young babe from Spider-Man 2? It's
Five.
only one word
Four.
with Z.
3.
Oh, Zendaya.
Chief. Final answer, Chief.
Eric
What is it?
Andre-
Zendaya and the guy Carl said.
I need the name.
Zendaya.
Say it again.
That is
Carl.
correct. Look at that. What a pull.
Oh, Colin.
Wow.
Her name is Zendaya. Her name is Zendaya. Just want to throw us if we're going to get a pronunciation there, Jeff.
Okay.
Chief,
point out this.
Chief, that was so good.
Dave just thought that mashup was a Wayans brother.
I mean, it looked like a Wayans brother. What was that movie where he turned into a ghost and
He didn't think it was a mashup. He
man.
thought that was just a picture
Just
of
one
Wayans.
person.
2-2. Next category is Major League Baseball.
it's about goddamn time,
All
Jeff.
right.
Finally.
You know, Dave, we sat on Instagram Live the day after, and you got 50 fucking questions. You answered like 3 of them.
It's true.
Go
See
off,
if you
Dave.
get these, though. This is for the experts. 30 seconds on the clock. In what city was the 2013 All-Star Game played in which Mariano Rivera took home the MVP award, his final Midsummer Classic?
Well, it's probably a National League city because this is 21. It was in the National League. So if they go back and forth, that makes sense, correct?
I guess so.
I don't think it was Chicago. They wouldn't have. So we're going to eliminate. It wasn't Denver, right? Was it?
Who's had it recently? The Nationals had it recently, so it's not them. The Braves had it this year, so it's not them.
Brandon City in 5.
Ooh.
4.
It's up to you, Brent. The Giants, maybe? I don't know.
Los Angeles.
Other side for the steal in the lead.
I like his thought process there. National League, wouldn't be Cubs, wouldn't be Giants. They haven't had it in Arizona.
Padres?
They haven't had it. Oh, did they have it there when they're?
Do they have it at Petco?
5.
Whatever it's called now is
4.
it Petco?
3.
I'll
Chief.
go Marlins.
2.
I
Chief.
know, Gus.
Marlins, Miami.
He did it near home. He did it in New York at City Field.
Fuck.
City Field.
That's such an. Okay.
Now,
Little trickster, Jeff.
other side. In what city was the 2001 MLB All-Star Game played in which Cal Ripken Jr. took?
Seattle.
Safeco. Seattle.
Final answer.
Yes.
I've never seen him get up from the chair so quickly. 3-2 Chicago. Early lead. Round 4. Television. Round 4 is television. Experts. 30 seconds on the clock. What was the name of Shonda Rhimes' drama on ABC that ran from 2014 to 2020 with characters named Annalise, Wes, and Bonnie?
I'm pretty sure that's How to Get Away with Murder. It's not Scandal.
Okay. It's not Bones.
No, and it's Shonda Rhimes, 2014, 2020. Yeah, that would be my How to Get Away with Murder.
Okay. I like it.
Yep.
Jeff, we're going to go with How to Get Away with Murder.
That is correct.
Nice
3-3.
I mean, that just.
Well,
Let
good for you
Brandon and
guys.
PFT take that point. mean, how do you guys live with yourselves?
She's on our team.
It's called teamwork.
It's teamwork.
Excuse me. I
That's why it was a welcome addition.
I resent the nature of the question. Why do Brandon and I accept that? Like it's ours to accept. Fran is an equal member of this team.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this was a revelation in the tournament. The timer begins after I finish reading the question. I just felt like I needed to say 120 of these later. Just needed to say that. Here we go. Other side, 3-3 to regain the lead. What was the name of Lee Daniels' drama on Fox that ran from 2015 to 2020 with characters named Lucius, Cookie, and Hakeem?
I got nothing.
I don't even know who Lee Daniels is. That sounds like
I don't either, and I've never heard of. I mean,
the $6 million man.
I have no idea.
Did he have
Who watches network TV? Who watches network TV? I would be embarrassed if we did get this question.
Do you want to use any lifelines?
What's the name of Fox? Does a lot of the medical shows. What's the name of a medical show? ER, like something like a fucking triage. Is there a show called Triage?
I don't think so. Maybe there should be.
5.
They know it. They know it. Brandon's like racing up.
Chief 2.
Pass.
Isn't that Empire?
Empire, yeah, that's what it is. It's Taraji P. Henson is Cookie.
that
Yeah,
shows
Empire.
Brandon is a massive Empire fan.
That is correct. Empire 4-3. Back and forth we go.
That's the show that fucking
Yeah, what's his face? You
That's
should-
just a Smollett. That's just a Smollett show.
that fucking loser.
Other side. Back to the experts. The Olympics.
Oh, love them.
I like
Global
this category, Jeff.
8 days away, I think, or 9 days. Here we go. Experts up 4-3. This forward played with LeBron James on the Cavs in the season prior to Team USA's basketball failure at the Athens 2004 Olympic Games. He was on Team USA. He was on the Cavs before the Olympics.
I think. Well, when was Richard Jefferson on the Cavs?
Much later.
It was
Later.
much later.
2004 Olympics.
This is Boozer, isn't it?
Oh yeah, probably. I just knew that Richard Jefferson was on that team.
Is it Boozer or is it? No, Boozer was later too. Is it? What's that other motherfucker's name? Drew Gooden? Is it Drew Gooden? Or is it Boozer? Hold on. Fuck me.
I feel like it would probably be Boozer, right?
All right. Who's?
5, 4, 3.
Shane Battier?
Brandon 2.
Carlos Boozer. God damn it. No.
That is correct. 5-3. It was Carlos Boozer.
I was praying God didn't say that.
It's amazing watching Brandon go through like every stage of grief
Yep.
before he gets the answer correct.
Richard Jefferson was on that team, I believe, but that would not have been the right answer, obviously, because he did not play LeBron the year before. You're off by 13 years, PFT.
Okay. I just knew. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know when they overlapped.
It did move along the answer. Other side down 5-3. Yours is Olympics, but it's baseball slanted. How about that, Dave?
Ooh.
About fucking time.
30 seconds. This former Minnesota Twins infielder won a gold medal in baseball at the Sydney 2000 Olympic Games.
Yes or no? Who won it in 2000? Was it us?
It would have been.
It's the United States of America. It should that should be.
Okay, is it Joe Mauer?
USA.
No, he was a catcher.
Doug Mankiewicz. I think it is Doug Mankiewicz.
That I would roll with that.
I think it's Doug Mankiewicz.
Is that a final, or are you just saying that?
I'm willing to make that a final.
It's Doug Mankiewicz, 5-4.
Yeah.
Well done.
I want to say Justin Morneau, who's from Canada, so bad.
Everyone knows he's from Canada.
For those at home watching, it says
David.
USA. While we were doing this, it did not say USA, so cleared it up. Good call. This is now the niche round. Round 6, the niche round. This is how the niche round works now. It's worth 2 points automatically. You cannot double it. As of now, you can't use lifelines. That may change, though I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose.
We bargained at the next CBA meeting, and we will decide that as a union. And
The fuck.
Hey, is it niche or is it niche?
I always said Nick.
If it's niche, I've looked dumb for a while.
It is definitely not niche.
I think that should be a union matter. Whatever they
Okay, that's another union matter for.
Whatever, it's a
Call
niche.
yourself Nish Trubisky.
Niche.
Okay, so they each gave their opponent 3 niche categories or niche categories. The opponent decides what they get in this round. You only get your niche question. You can steal your opponents, but you're not, for example, like back in the tournament, the other team got battle rap. You also don't get a battle rap question. It's just this round. It's worth 2 points. The experts offered up 3 categories to Chicago. They offered up ska music. They offered up the Jonas Brothers. And they offered up WWE. And they got ska music.
You sons of bitches.
Dave, you claim to be a ska music fan.
I am a ska music fan.
He said, I'm a Sublime fan. Is Sublime ska music?
Sublime has some ska songs. They're
All
not
right.
ska band.
All right.
Here is the other wrinkle. These are supposed to be harder. We'll see if that's the case.
Also, Dave went out of his way to tell Jeff that he's a Sublime expert. So I highly doubt that Jeff is going to ask any Sublime-related questions.
Now, remember when Mincy said that there was a chance? He's like, what if you did a po' boy question for our sandwich?
Yeah.
It's like this.
All time.
Uh-huh.
Here we go. 30 seconds. This is worth 2 points.
The question is, what is Dave's favorite ska band?
Here it is. 2 songs appeared on Less Than Jake's albums, Pezcore and Losing Streak. Johnny Quest thinks we're sellouts, and what other song?
Ooh, that's a good
Don't
question.
say it, Dave. Don't say it.
I'm not going to say it. I think I know it, though.
Shut the fuck up. Not you.
It's not Very Own Flag, because that wasn't on Losing Streak. I think it's Automatic.
Is
Is that our final answer?
Yeah, I'll make it their final answer. Automatic.
Brandon? Final answer?
That's our final answer.
I want to say it's All My Friends Are Metalheads. But now I'm hesitant, but I mean that's what I got. All My Friends Are Metalheads.
I got nothing, Carl.
I like what Dave said.
Dave, say it again.
All My Friends Are Metalheads.
Final answer.
That song wasn't on either one of those albums.
Jen Doesn't Like Me Anymore. That's the name of the song.
Damn it.
I was worried that this was going to be... I didn't know if these were going to be hard. The idea was a hard one,
Yeah.
and it was. Okay.
That was hard because I had Losing Streak. I didn't have Pezcore.
Other side. Chicago, you offered up the Chicago White Sox, the Chicago Blackhawks, and Big Ten football. Of course, they picked Big Ten football. That was for sure. Also, by the way, I do want to note, you can change them up each time you play. So if you want to alter them next time, you can do that. You got Big Ten football, 30 seconds on the clock. You get this, you take a 6-5 lead. This former Indiana wide receiver was all Big Ten in both 2009 and 2010 before foregoing his senior season for the NFL.
I think his last
Which
name was Hardy.
Is this the guy who was like 6'7"?
What
I think it's Hardy. It's like James Hardy or something. I think.
If I'm thinking of the right guy, he was like a fucking giant. He was like 6'7" as a wide receiver. Fuck.
I'm going to know this as soon as I hear it.
15 seconds.
It's not James Hardy. Does that name ring
James-
a bell?
No, not for me.
You're mixing J.J. Hardy and James Harden. Antoine Randall L.
No, that was way before.
5,
No, I know.
4, 3.
And he was a
Dave.
quarterback.
I know.
Other side, 15 seconds.
I also don't know it.
This is a tough fucking question. I'll know it as soon as I hear it.
And
though.
you were thinking Justin Hardy played at ECU.
Is it somebody that has the Roman numeral 3 on their jersey?
Maybe.
Okay.
We don't know. We have no idea.
Okay,
Greg Smith.
I think you meant isn't Cody Latimer the third? Isn't he? That's not him though. This would be Tandon Doss. Tandon Doss played
Is
for
he
the Ravens
tall?
for a while as well. 2-time All Big Ten. I was worried that one of those would be easy, one would be hard, and that worked out perfectly.
They were both
Guess what? The intro to the bonus round is back. Cue it up.
Time to make the donut. Time to make a donut.
And it's shaking Big Ten.
Bonus round time. It's television time again.
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
fuck.
And nobody likes it, and that means that's good. Here it is. The Emmy Awards, as always, 2 points on the board. Won't be a massive swing. No matter what, it'll be a 1-point lead or a 3-point lead with plenty of lifelines, all of them on the board. Here's the question. Experts, you're up first. You have 10 seconds. Other side, same thing. Brandon and Chief, you guys have the answers I'll be looking for here. Name the last 12 unique winners of lead actor and lead actress in a comedy at the Emmys. So if they won multiple years in a row, we skip to the previous unique winner. Brandon?
BFT.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, right? For
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Beyonce?
Yes.
Yes.
Tina Fey.
That's a good one. Where's that 30
Did
round?
Catherine O'Hara win? Catherine O'Hara?
Yes.
Did she? Catherine O'Hara.
Yes.
Steve Carell.
Chief?
Yeah, Steve Carell.
All right, hold on. Come focus.
Go Eugene Levy, maybe.
I
Could
don't know
match
who-
with.
Do you think he won it? I don't think he won. I think she did.
She
Five.
just see. Okay.
Eugene Levy.
Amy Poehler.
Yeah, that's a good one. Amy
Yeah.
Poehler.
Yeah.
Give me another one. Give me another one.
This would be for the win.
It would it like Larry
Daryl
David?
Neal?
5.
Larry David?
Larry David.
Still alive, Chicago.
I mean, I want to say Ari Gold. What's his face?
Jeremy Piven.
Yeah, but he wasn't a lead. He wasn't
He
the
Is that
lead.
wasn't a
considered
lead.
a comedy or a drama?
3, Chief. 2,
Actress in a comedy.
1, Chief.
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
I need to see if that got in time. We need to wait for. I'm being told no. It was well after the buzzer. That is incorrect.
The shot was wrong.
Good job. Good job. Called fair.
I have a scorekeeper. It was well after the buzzer.
Here's what it is, man.
Listen, rules are rules here, right?
Yeah.
I got to be
play by
strict
'em.
on time. I gave you probably an extra second as it was. Here are the rest of the questions.
Oh, Rachel Brosnahan. Knew that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. That was
Kelsey Grammer on the list.
gonna be my one if it came back to us.
What
Nice.
did Wayback Burgers win for?
Ignore that.
Wait, Deborah Messing? What year was that?
Oh, 03.
I mean, we're going way
03.
back.
Something like 03.
What is
Says it right-
shame that
says
Steve
it.
Carell never won an Emmy for best lead actor in a comedy?
That is a shame.
All right, 7-4. You have all your lifelines. Chief, I'm sorry, but I got to be strict on the buzzer. Gave you an extra second.
I mean, Carl did say it before the buzzer. Like, he said it. I was just repeating him for you.
I'm being told both were after the buzzer.
I think he's covering his ass.
And I gave you
Move on
extra.
to the next.
And I gave you extra time as well.
Yeah.
I have a question. Real talk. Would either of you have gotten any other of these?
Yeah, Ricky Gervais.
Donald Glover, probably.
They got Kelsey Grammer and Deborah Messing and Eric McCormick and
You
Sarah.
had a chance to get all of them.
And I know I'm friends with Brosnahan's sister. So
Oh my god.
Where was that?
I fucked up. Miss
Well,
Vales is a great show.
You really let her
Fucked up.
down.
Yeah. It's a mistake.
Plenty of time left. Yeah, they said you wasted too much time debating if it's a comedy or drama. You can take it up with Goochman if you want. Here we go. Next category is round 7. It is college football.
You want to double it, Brandon?
Brandon, you want to double?
Not really.
You have all of you have all your lifelines.
I don't
Yeah.
want to put it at risk of them, and because Chief's pretty good, Carl's pretty good, and Dave also exists.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. It's your call.
All right.
Okay, and Chicago, you will not be doubling.
Correct.
Okay, here we go. 30 seconds. Since 2000, only 2 Big 12 players have won the rushing title, which is yards per game. Need to note that. They switched in 1970. It's yards per game. Joe Hubbard in 2019, and what player in 2016 won it?
Oklahoma, Samaj Pirine, or he only had the one real big game. Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas City.
It wouldn't be Malcolm Brown or Jonathan Gray, the running back, right?
No, I don't think so. This feels a little bit late for Pirine, but maybe.
5.
Samaj
4.
Pirine. Final answer.
Other side, chance to make up some points.
It
15
wouldn't
seconds.
be. It wouldn't be our guy, would it? David Montgomery. What year would he have been at Iowa State then?
That's a good call right there. I don't think he did give us. He wouldn't give us that.
He gave it to them.
5, 4, 3.
Carl, you got one?
I had
We'll
no
take
clue.
Monty.
Justin Hunter.
Monty.
Chief, which one did you say?
David Montgomery.
So I thought, making sure. It's Texas. Deontay Foreman. Deontay Foreman won the rushing title.
That's fine.
Other side, down 7-4. Only one player since 2000 won the rushing title twice when this Pac-12 player did in 2010 and 2011. Remember, that's yards per game.
I'm trying to think. So I feel like that
What about
was
Toby? What year did Toby graduate?
Toby Gerhart. I think he
Yeah.
was
Yeah, he was like.
right around that time.
What about the Oregon running back?
Oh, the little guy?
Yeah.
Michael Thomas.
10 seconds.
Thomas.
I would be fine with Gerhart. I feel, or he might have been 07, 08.
Yeah, he was a little.
Chief, lifeline or answer in?
Let's call. Let's use a lifeline.
Okay, who you calling?
We're gonna call. Who do you want to call? Who do you want to call? Who do you want to call?
You want to call? It's probably too late for Big Cat, but he would know this, right?
Who's that? You broke
Big
up.
Cat?
Big Cat.
Yeah, try calling Dan.
Dave, call him.
Phone a friend to Big Cat.
Let's see if he answers for Dan. Well, he's got to be up watching NBA Finals, so he's got to be up.
This, for the record, this will be number 2 if he doesn't answer. Oh, Daniel, what's up?
Is this trivia?
Yeah, I bet you had that time.
No, I just never fucking. I suck at trivia, dude.
It's a sandbagger.
All right, he's sandbagging. All right,
No, I'm not.
we're down 7-4 to that big hillbilly Brandon and his cronies. Here's a question: only one player since 2000, the rushing title yards per game, won the rushing title in yards per game.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, the question here's
Who is the leading rusher in the Pac-12 in 2010 and 2011?
Only one player since 2000. And since
is that Gerhard or who was the Oregon running back?
Gerhard was the
15 seconds.
Stanford. Yeah, that seems like that would be Toby Gerhard.
Was it not Stewart?
Oh, Jonathan Stewart was
When was Marshawn Lynch? Cal.
He was earlier. He was
that.
Gotta hang
Jonathan
up
Stewart
in
before that.
5.
Yeah, Duke Gerhard. I don't know. I don't know this one.
Okay.
Toby Gerhart.
Toby Gerhart.
It's not right.
All right, are they thinking LaMichael James at Oregon?
They could be. When did Javid Best go to Cal?
Great question. I thought Marshawn Lynch was a good guess. Is that definitely too late for him?
I think it's too late for Marshawn.
Javid Best was right, but what about Shady McCoy? Probably since he was at Pitt, probably one.
Probably not him. Well, who are the brothers? Jaquiz
4.
Robert?
3, Brandon. 2, Brandon.
Quiz Rogers.
I don't know why you went off LaMichael James. That is the answer. LaMichael James, Oregon.
Fucking PFT.
You blame
You blame me on that? We're just naming guys. Whatever, Brandon.
It's okay. You messed up. It's fine.
music.
Sorry. I understand your mother's here. I know your mother's here.
This is for the experts up 7-4. Experts, you have all 3 lifelines. Chicago, you have double up and double dip. Round 9. The return of a category that people have been begging for. PFT and Chief will like this. It is world history.
Okay.
World history.
You want to double on that? Probably not, right?
No, probably not, because I think Chief knows his shit.
Here we go. This is for the experts up 7-5. 30 seconds. A Harkus, I don't know how to say that, is another word for soldier that would be referred to during what war/conflict from 1954 to 1962?
The Korean War?
I assume it would be Korea because, Harkus.
I mean, the years add up on Korea, right? The Korean War, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If there's another war, then that's fine.
A lot of wars.
When was that Falkland Islands deal? That was the 80s, I think. Or
10 seconds.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, Korea. Sounds
Korean War.
So, Jeff, can I ask a question for clarification?
What's a conflict?
Yes.
Does this not have to be a U.S.-based conflict?
Yeah, that's not really a clarification.
I can't clarify on that because
So
that sounds like a no to me.
it's I mean, it's world history. It could be literally anywhere.
Okay. All right.
Harkus.
Harkus.
Harkus. Harkus.
Spelling bee.
Who else fought?
Balkans? Anything else there? I feel like they're always
They're always at war. Harkus looks like a British word to me, and I'm trying to think if they had
10
any
seconds.
conflicts at
What
that
about
time.
conflict? You know,
Oh wait, this is a
like Jeff
steal.
doesn't
That's
wanna
my
call it a
fault.
war. He's in and out
5.
of all the wars. Or anything
4.
that comes to mind that wasn't really a war, but was a war.
I don't know. I don't know it.
Something in South Africa.
Yeah.
I forgot I was a steal. That's my fault. Algerian War. Other side.
Okay.
7-6.
On the tip of my tongue.
Wally oil field incident of 1969 put a direct light on the civil war occurring in what African nation?
is that Libya? When what was his name? Mo
You're thinking Gaddafi.
Mo, I forget how to say his name.
Just Gaddafi. Just say Gaddafi.
Yeah, no, Dave. The answer is no.
I don't hate that as.
Or maybe it is.
I don't
Maybe
hate
it
it.
is. Now because I
He
just
came
said
to
it,
power.
Yeah,
it is.
Around, stole all that oil fields.
Yeah.
It should be.
I mean,
Wrong. You're right.
I feel like it's either going to be. There's only 2 countries there that have a ton of oil that I know about.
I want to say Libya.
I would say I think Libya is the safer answer.
Chief, of the 2, which one of them had the Kuala oil field incident in 1916?
Well, that word makes
Need an answer.
We'll say Libya. We'll say Libya.
I mean, he was there through like 2000-ish.
Other side for the steal. 7-5.
I don't know.
Did you even let us answer?
Yeah.
Yes, and the time ran out. Dave, you're on a fucking 30-second timer.
Jordan.
Jordan's not in Africa.
Not even in Africa.
Jordan. Sudan.
That was a White Sox Dave answer.
Jordan.
That
It's not
was
Jordan.
Georgia.
Sudan?
5.
You like Sudan?
Let's say Sudan.
Sudan.
That is Nigeria.
That was the other one.
You're double Algeria. God almighty.
We should have double dipped. We should have dipped and tipped.
Yeah,
You
you're
still
right.
have it
Fuck,
though.
I forgot
You
that
have
was
your
there.
double up. You have your double up and your double sip. Other side, you have all of your lifelines, and there's 3 categories left.
Okay.
Up 7-5. Movies is the next category. Movies. Do you want to double?
We're not good enough on movies to double. We're going to have to risk the last 2. What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah.
Chicago? Double? No? Okay. Here we go. Oop.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. Experts. Name this 2000 movie based on blank poster.
2008 or 2000?
2008.
Jumper.
He's certainly leaping.
Yeah, it is a jump. Yeah, that's a very good.
Pretty positive that's Jumper.
We're
Okay,
going to go.
Fran sounds like she knows it.
Going to go with jumper. Final answer.
Correct. 8-5.
It's
Well,
actually
there's-
a pretty decent movie, even though it sucks. It's one of those really cheesy movies that's like
Good way to describe it, actually. Here we go. Other side. Down 8-5. Name this movie.
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie.
No. Is it?
Is
that
that Tom Cruise?
No, I take it back. I can't tell if that's
Ugh.
Tom Cruise.
No, that's not Tom Cruise. What
was the year again?
2008. $15 seconds.
Is this what is that? Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy? Is that from that time frame?
Not it.
No.
No. This is a chill. I mean, it could be Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. I don't know.
Chief, I need something though in 5.
I guess we'll just say that.
What?
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy?
I think it's Valkyrie. Valkyrie, guys. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Valkyrie.
That is for sure Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it's Valkyrie.
It is?
Yeah.
100%.
Final answer?
You like Tom Cruise.
That is Valkyrie 9-5.
I can't see. I'm
It's absolutely Tom Cruise.
It is?
Yes.
Zoom in again. Zoom in again.
Can you zoom in again?
It could not be any more Tom Cruise. And
What are you
they're-
talking about?
they're all
fuck, I guess it kind of is.
Absolutely
I can't
Tom
tell
Cruise.
Jeff Daniels or Tom Cruise. I have no clue.
Jeff Daniels.
I mean, Carl said it so quickly. I just thought you were going to go with it in the end.
They're all wearing swastikas on their egos. Like it's
I know, but it didn't look like Tom Cruise.
Oh boy. Okay, it's now 9-5.
I mean, we deserve to lose now.
There are 6 points available. However, if the experts get this next one, they will win the game. The NFL is the next category.
I don't
We
think
like to
we double.
double.
Yeah, we'll double.
Okay, Chicago's going to double. Experts are going to wait.
Why would we double? Because if we
Right.
just get it right with 1 point, then it's game over.
Well, why don't you double it, you pussies? Let's go.
Hold on. But they could tie it if we go over 2 here.
Put on a show. Roll the dice.
Yeah, Brandon.
No, they can't.
It's a show, Brandon.
They would
Shut
get
up.
3 points, Brandon.
What?
Because they would get 3 points if we don't double. We're
I
up by
don't
4.
think we do it.
Right. Because I say no double. We double the last round.
No double. Brandon goes to Mississippi for 3 days and he can't do math anymore.
Okay, here we go. Chicago worth 2. Experts worth 1 point. This is for the experts. Who was the quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2010 for the game-winning Hail Mary batted ball to Mike Thomas against
David
the
Garrard.
Texans?
David Garrard?
That was Silky Gerard.
Was that David Garrard or was that
It was not Leftwich, right?
it was a big black guy. Was it David Garrard or it wasn't Leftwich? It was. I feel confident.
It
Yeah,
came to you guys both so quickly. Go with it.
I think it would be David Gerard.
That seems too easy to me.
Final answer, Brandon?
I would say David Gerard.
As a
Do it,
final.
Brandon.
That is correct. 10-5. Other side. You're alive still. You have to sweep the remaining points. The tie.
Hey, I thought you said if we got it right.
You did say it.
I said if you got it right and you doubled it, you won the game.
Oh,
I didn't.
Oh,
know.
I did not hear that.
Yeah. That was,
okay.
Other side.
Sorry.
Chicago.
Awesome.
Worth 2 points. Who was the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints during the famous 2003 River City Relay lateral play in Jacksonville? Which
Is
they
that
did.
Brooks? That's
Jeff
Brooks.
Blake or Aaron Brooks?
Aaron Brooks.
Aaron Brooks.
Aaron Brooks, or what about no. Yeah, Aaron Brooks. I would go with that.
I like
Right?
Aaron Brooks there. Number 2.
Yeah,
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
yeah.
10-7. Still alive. Final category. Chicago, you have your
Should
double
be
sip.
9 to
Experts,
8.
you cannot use anything except your double here.
All right.
You have to double it. You can't use your phone in front of your double sip. The last category is geography. Chicago, if you steal it and then get your own, you're going overtime. 60 seconds. Put these 4 states in order of population of their largest city, biggest to smallest. 60 seconds.
All right.
For 2 points and the victory.
Kansas would be Kansas City,
No, it wouldn't.
Topeka.
Topeka. You're talking Honolulu, Topeka, Boise,
Boise.
and right?
What was the last one?
Hartford.
New Haven, Hartford.
I think it's Hartford.
Honolulu's sneaky big on you.
Hi, this is way too much thinking.
Boise's not small either.
KB with a fucking wizard of a
Hartford
category.
ain't small. I'm gonna. Oh, this is impossible.
15 seconds.
You want to put Topeka at the back?
Okay.
Yeah. What, Jeff?
I'm going to need an answer soon. Just
Oh,
letting you know.
All right. Do you want to go Hawaii, Idaho, Connecticut?
Brandon, start your answer in
Kansas? Is that
5.
what you were thinking?
We're gonna go Hawaii, Connecticut, Idaho, Kansas.
Other side, 30 seconds for the steal and to stay alive. If not,
I do think it's Hawaii, and then I think it's Idaho, Connecticut, Kansas.
What's
Kansas.
Connecticut?
I like Kansas.
By the way,
I like
What?
Kansas. Yeah, I like that, Chief. Boise bigger
All right.
than Hartford.
Kansas City's got they've got pro.
Well, they're mostly in Missouri. They got half the cities in Missouri.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it's Honolulu, then Boise, then Connecticut, and then whatever is in Kansas.
I'll go with that.
Okay.
Chief, what's your answer?
Hawaii, Idaho, Connecticut, Kansas.
To stay alive. Incorrect. The experts have won the game. It is Kansas, Hawaii, Idaho, Connecticut. And then here's yours.
Absolutely unbelievably ridiculous question.
That's tough.
Put these 4 states in order of population of their largest city, biggest, smallest: Alaska, Iowa, Virginia, South Carolina.
All right.
Dave's will answer. We're back to member. This matters for points.
Do you mean largest city by geographic area or by population?
Population. It says, yeah.
And you can double dip here. So
all right, yeah. So we're obviously double dipping.
This is largest city.
I would say it would go Virginia with Virginia Beach because Virginia Beach is pretty fucking big. Then what's South Carolina?
What?
I think Virginia is number 1 too.
Yeah, I would say Virginia, then Des Moines, then South Carolina, whatever that is. Then Anchorage is like 100,000 people.
South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina is sneaky kind of big. And Charleston's not terribly small.
Charleston has.
Des Moines
Charleston's got to have a couple hundred.
Like 250,000, 300,000 people, I want to say.
Anchorage isn't small either, guys.
Yeah.
Anchorage is like 100. It's the size of Naperville almost.
All right.
It's got the most land mass for sure.
It's the size of Naperville almost.
I mean, there's nothing funny.
Not proud of you, Brandon. All right.
I don't even know.
I would say
your first answer, Chief, in 5.
Des Moines.
I would go Virginia, South Carolina, Alaska, Iowa.
No.
You didn't know.
Dave, you go.
Dave, how do you like it?
Double sip.
I would. All right. Well, the game's over. I would go Virginia, Iowa, South Carolina, Alaska.
Is that your last guess on your double sip?
Yeah.
Other side, any guess?
I think South Carolina should be first.
You think that's above Virginia?
I think South Carolina might be the biggest.
All right, you want to go South Carolina, Virginia, Iowa, Alaska?
Yeah, reverse it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It is Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach is one.
South
Alaska,
Carolina's the
Iowa,
smallest.
South Carolina.
Virginia Beach is one of those sneaky, really, really fucking big cities.
They're trying to get a hockey team.
Yeah, it's one of those weird answers to like, what's the biggest city without a professional sports team?
Jeff,
It's
can
like,
I say something? Throw that question format the fuck out.
That's
why,
terrible.
because it was hard and you didn't know.
It's just it's four.
No, it's confusing.
Lining up 4 is if you want to line up some, line up 3, not 4. That's too many.
Well,
we took out no. So lining up this season will not have 3 because we don't want teams to use their double dip or double sip, then give the other team the correct answer.
Well, why don't you say that they can't do the double sip or double dip on the 3 question answers?
There's only one time you can't use a lifeline. You can't use a lifeline when you double it up. You can take that up with the White Sox Dave committee if you want, but that won't be overruled. 10-7, experts win the game.
I don't feel like we won that game. They were terrible tonight. We were terrible tonight.
Look, we're brushing off the rust. It's been a little bit.
You got to learn how to win ugly sometimes. So,
Brandon, but what do you say to the fact that the Frankettes and the Honkers were just on their mark?
They were given the game 1 questions. They were given.
Is Mincy just a level above you?
You suck my fucking. I'm in my mother-in-law's house. That fucking idiot. I had to go out there and blow the game because he's so fucking stupid.
I'm sure you'll be back very soon in September.
Oh, man.
We're saving, by the way, one of the teams you'll face in Chicago, I think will absolutely be Dante, because you guys have not faced Dante yet. So the Misfits, Dante, Hank, and Reegs. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you to High Noon. We'll be back next week. The Misfits will be back, I believe, next week, taking on the Yak, a rematch. And next week may be the return. It will be the return of Jake, Large, and Vib, Gen XYZ, and maybe everybody's favorite, Captain Cons.
The experts. Oh.
What do you mean everybody's favorite?
Why are you letting him play again?